How are you guys doing? Welcome to the first ever video on our new YouTube channel. We made this channel last year and we haven't been able to get much content onto it yet, so hopefully this will become a more consistent thing. As some of you might know, my name is Langa. I'm the current president of AIESEC UCT, and I'm basically just going to be giving you an update on what's going on with the local committee. So first for some information about these regular updates. So far in the year we've had a few different methods of updates that I've tried to use. We first tried to use emails. Unfortunately, one of the problems was that when a lot of members signed up, they didn't actually include their proper email addresses, so we had a lot of errors and we had a lot of issues with emails not going through, and in some cases emails going to spam folders, and in some cases emails just not being read. So what we did try to do is move everything over to WhatsApp to make it easier for everyone to access. Unfortunately, also a lot of members, when a lot of members signed up, they didn't actually put their proper phone numbers on the form, so we've had an issue with that as well. So what we're trying to do at the moment is find other ways that are more effective for getting in contact with all of the members. So what I have tried as well is moving a lot of our contact to Facebook, the new Facebook group. Unfortunately, our issue that we've had so far with that is the lack of people actually reading the posts in the group. So I definitely encourage you guys to read those posts. It's usually about information around conferences or something for us to sign up for. I definitely recommend that you follow up on that and check that stuff out. It's usually quite useful information. One other thing that we've also tried to do is put a lot of the information on Vula these days. I'm not too sure how well that's being received because we don't actually get information on who's reading the posts and everything on Vula. So if you can just let me know, either through a comment on the video or even just by emailing me or sending a Facebook message. This video is also going to come with a Vula announcement. You can find the link to my Facebook timeline on it. And also I'd also like to provide an opportunity for anyone who has any recommendations. Do you think there's other ways that are much easier to contact members with, or do you prefer the email method, or do you prefer Vula? This is just a good chance for you guys to tell me, and so we can let the rest of the executive board know that maybe rather use Vula or rather use Facebook as a method for making announcements. And then just in terms of the interns that we have in Cape Town at the moment, we've got 4 interns at the moment. Vim is from Belgium. David is from Nigeria. He's been here since last year, so he's quite well settled in. Pamela is also here from Austria, and we've also got Susan here as well. She lives in Hout Bay though, so if any of you live on the other side of the mountain, it will be a good opportunity for you to interact with her. Yeah, so we've basically got 4 interns in Cape Town at the moment. One of the main things that is going on at the moment with AIESEC UCT is that we're doing a lot of replanning. We've identified that there are a lot of issues with the way that we're running the organization so far from the first semester. So a lot of things that we're trying to address, things like training. A lot of members actually don't have the training to actually do a lot of the work that we try to do. Another issue that's come up as well is communication. So that's quite a big one. So we're trying to find different ways to actually approach that issue. But the most important thing is that we actually want everyone involved with the organization to actually have an input. So if you think that there's a better way that we could be doing things, this is your chance to actually provide your input. There have been a number of solutions for a lot of our problems that have been proposed, and you can actually we'll actually be releasing a lot of those proposed solutions quite soon in the form of documents. You can find a link to the form for a replanning document on Vula and also on Facebook. We will also send it through via WhatsApp. Once again, just for those of you who receive the WhatsApp messages, we have had an issue with the fact that a lot of members didn't actually give us their WhatsApp numbers. So I definitely encourage you to pass on any WhatsApp messages from AIESEC UCT to fellow members who don't get the WhatsApp messages. Just in case you're wondering what the AIESEC UCT WhatsApp number is, there it is. Make use of that phone number. It's just an easier way for us to keep in contact. If you have any questions, I know a lot of people are interested in the internships, definitely just use that phone number as well. I encourage that you also check out the basics behind AIESEC if you don't fully understand things, if you're kind of still new to the organization. The link to that document is also just below this video, so I definitely recommend that you check that out so that you can get a better idea of what we're trying to accomplish. The next big thing coming up for us in the second semester are the executive board elections. How it works in AIESEC is that the local committee president is usually selected, and then they get an opportunity to select an executive board to work with them. As some of you might know, in AIESEC we have one president and a number of different presidents who take over particular portfolios with different functions. So I definitely encourage you guys to partake in the election process. I will be releasing more information about the election process. There are a lot of ideas of ways that we can make it more effective and more useful for everyone. One idea that's going about is we're actually going to try to allow members to do voting via Vula, because we do get that not everyone will be able to make it to the elections, and the date for the elections itself will be released quite soon, but the applications will be open from the 21st of July, that's the first day of the second semester, to the 31st of July, just allowing 10 days for anyone who's interested in being the next local committee president of AIESEC UCT to put in their application. So I definitely encourage you guys to apply and to check that out. What I've also done for anyone who's interested in applying is I've also included a lot of past manifestos from people who've been local committee presidents in Vula. There's a new folder where you can find that information, so it should be quite useful for anyone who's interested in being a local committee president next year. Applications open on the 21st of July and close on the 31st of July. So I definitely recommend that anyone who's interested in applying, go for it. And if you're interested in becoming a vice president of either incoming exchange, outgoing exchange, business development, talent management, or any of the other portfolios, I definitely encourage you to start putting your application together. I've also uploaded the manifestos of different people who've applied for those types of positions in the AIESEC network, so you can also see what your application should sort of look like. I will also be conducting a number of workshops, hopefully pretty short workshops, just for anyone who's interested in running for president or vice president of AIESEC UCT, for those guys to actually get a full rundown of information on how the applications process works, what your application needs to look like, what needs to go into the application, and just general advice and tips for those who are really keen on applying for the position. Well, that's pretty much it for this update. Thanks for watching the update, and let me know what you think about the whole update idea. Whether we can even make this update a bit more entertaining. Maybe if you didn't like the update, maybe if you think there's different ways that we should be doing updates. I'd definitely just like to sign off by saying I hope everyone's enjoying their VAC so far. I hope that everyone's making it as constructive as possible, making the most of the time available. I definitely recommend that if you do have free time available, get more involved with some of the AIESEC activities. You don't even have to be involved with things like our conferences, but you can actually be involved with your team activities, the replanning process, actually helping us get things up and running for the rest of the year. There are quite a lot of really cool AIESEC videos, as I've mentioned to a lot of people before, on the internet. I've put links to them, so definitely check them out, see what people are doing, and see what you can actually do. Definitely stay in contact if you're keen to help out with things, or if you're just interested in finding out more about the organization, there's a whole lot of things to it. So even if you have read the basics behind the document, there's still a lot to understand and work through. So I definitely encourage anyone who's interested in getting more involved with AIESEC to definitely follow up on those documents. Well, anyway, thanks for watching the update, and yeah, let us know what you think about it, and stay in contact, enjoy the bag, and all the best for the rest of the year.